Hi everyone, I'm back again, and today I'm going to talk about empathy, essentially in organization culture and in the corporate world. I'm going to do a separate video on empathy in relationships and personal lives. So, empathy is very different from sympathy. And I'm saying this here because I have heard so many people confusing the two terms and also using them interchangeably in their conversations and their sentences. Oh, I felt so empathetic. Oh, I felt so sympathetic. It's not the same thing. Empathy is the cornerstone of emotional intelligence. Empathy is an internal approach to another person's problem, by which I mean that if somebody you know or work with is going through a tough time, you actually put yourself in that person's shoes and in that person's place and try and feel what he's feeling. When you do that, you are able to understand where he's coming from. And then, as a manager or as a team member or as his colleague, able to provide him the support and a emotional ecosystem which will help him or her thrive during that tough time. Sympathy, on the other hand, is a more external approach. So you look at the person from a bird's eye view and you look at him like, oh my God, I feel so bad. He or she has to go through this. Ah, that is not feeling what the other person is going through. You're just feeling bad as a human being that, somebody who works with you has to go through a particular bad situation. So sympathy will be more about, try and giving you solutions which may or may not work for you. Empathy is not always about fixing your problem. Empathy is about giving you that environment, that support, which will help you counter the problem that you're going through. It'll help you deal with it better. That is where empathetic leaders, empathetic managers or directors, or just empathetic bosses, if I put it in a broad sense of way, they are much more successful in keeping a high performance team together and actually first creating it and then keeping it together than a person who is low in empathy or a boss who is low in empathy. I'll give you an example. So an empathetic boss finds out that one of his team members is going through a rather painful divorce. Then he'll put himself in that team member's shoe and say, oh, you know what? I know how it is to give so many years of your life to a marriage. There might be children. And then if the divorce is rather ugly, and we know most divorces are not really pretty, what he might be going through at an emotional level, how would it affect his work? How would it affect his mindset? How would it affect the way he operates? Maybe the employee dazes out and phases out in the middle of the day, or breaks down, or falls sick. Could be a multiple list of things. So the empathetic boss will then try and create an environment which supports their employee. He can't go and fight his divorce for him. He can't go and tell his lawyer what to do. He can't tell his employee what to say and what not to say. But he can definitely give him that environment, because this team member of his spends more than 8 hours a day in his office with the boss and the other team members. So what this empathetic boss will do is then have a little meeting on the side with the rest of his team and tell the team that, you know what, our team member is going through something painful right now and we need to support him in this time. This is a dear team member. He performs well usually, but due to his emotional concerns right now, he might just fall off the wayside. So why don't we all give him that support that he needs? So, number one, do not target him with the questions regarding his personal life. If he comes and talks to you, just hear him out, but don't give him your expert comments. He doesn't need that right now. Just hear him out, because when a person is in dire straits, the one and only thing they need at that time is to be heard and understood. So if the team members can give him that support, wonderful. Second thing on the list would be, if he falters somewhere in terms of focus and cannot get his tasks done on time, offer your help, offer your support. Like, Can I help you with something? Do you want me to help you out with that report? Oh, why don't we sit together and finish this one? Why don't we sit together and finish that statistical report if you want? Why don't we sit together and do this marketing plan which is due next week? That sort of support does not seem like pity. It seems like friendship. It seems like they are here for you. And it gives the employee a sense of belonging to the company, to the organization, that it's not that just he's here to do his work, take his salary, go home, and then no one has anything to do with him. It gives him that sense of belonging. Once the employee feels the sense of belonging, he's going to stick to your team. He's going to stick to your organization. And I'm sure most of the managers who are watching this video have picked their team wisely. They know who to keep. So this member might be a very valuable one as the others are. But you see, emotional storms, they don't really announce their arrival in advance. They just come in your life. And at that time, a support system is what you need. Many people get it from their family, but everybody is not lucky. If they get it at work, believe me, if you are a manager, you have a team which is going to stand by you in your hour of need. Empathy is always rewarded, and it soon becomes a mutual process. When you show empathy and do something for someone, at your time of need, they will show it to you back, and you will get the support you require. And that's how it goes in an organization and in life in general. So empathy is always a win-win situation. If you're low in empathy, do a few EI trainings, listen to a few videos, watch them, do a few exercises with your team, and you will get there. If you're a team member who is high in empathy, try and talk to your boss and do a training on it in your office so that other people know how it is to support each other outside of work. And I mean to say, the work environment will be your office, but emotional problems could be outside of work. And if everybody can stand together and show support to each other, I feel it's a great thing. I will do more videos on empathy in corporates and in personal life going forward. I will keep this one rather short because I know everybody's attention span is not that long, and I don't want to keep rambling and rambling. So I'll see you in my next video. I hope you enjoyed watching this one. Please keep the notifications button on, keep spreading the word, keep sharing the video. I'll see you in my next one. Till then, stay fabulous and be unstoppable.